Welcome to Vantage with AI. Yesterday, Lightricks released the newest version of their LTX2 lineup, LTX 2.3. This release brings several improvements over the previous version, many of them directly based on feedback from the community and real production use. So in this video, we'll take a look at what's new, what's improved, and how to run the complete LTX 2.3 workflow inside ComfyUI. LTX 2.3 introduces several important upgrades across the entire generation pipeline. First, fine detail has been significantly improved. The latent space has been rebuilt with a newly trained VAE using higher quality data. This helps preserve textures, hair detail, text, and sharp edges much more accurately during generation. Next is stronger prompt adherence. The model now includes a 4x larger text connector, which allows it to understand complex prompts much better, including multiple subjects, spatial relationships, and detailed stylistic instructions. I2V generation has also improved. You'll see less freezing, less Ken-Burns style motion, and much better consistency with the original input frame. Audio generation is now cleaner and more reliable as well. With filtered training data and a new vocoder, LTX 2.3 produces fewer artifacts and maintains tighter alignment between generated audio and video. Another major addition is native portrait support. LTX 2.3 can now generate vertical video up to 1080 by 1920, trained specifically on portrait orientation data instead of simply cropping landscape outputs. And overall, LTX 2.3 builds on the full capability set of LTX 2, but with improvements across detail quality, motion stability, audio clarity, and overall reliability. Just like LTX 2, this release comes in two core model versions. The first is the full dev model. This is the highest quality version of the model, typically running at around CFG4 with 20 diffusion steps, giving you maximum fidelity and stability. The second is the Distilled model, which is optimized for speed. This version runs at CFG1 with just 8 steps, making it dramatically faster while still producing surprisingly strong results. Lightricks also provides a distilled LoRa. When applied on top of the full dev model, this allows the dev model to run at CFG1 and 8 steps, so you can choose between speed or quality as needed without need to download separate models. This release also introduces new upscaling options. Alongside the existing 2x spatial upscaler, LTX 2.3 now includes a 1.5x spatial upscaler designed specifically for LTX 2.3 latents. These allow resolution to be increased progressively across stages, which is ideal for pushing results toward higher detail and eventually 4K workflows. There's also a 2x temporal upscaler, which operates directly in the latent space to increase frame rate. This allows you to generate smoother motion and higher FPS video without regenerating the entire sequence from scratch. Before we jump into the workflow, let's quickly go over what models you actually need for this setup, so you don't get lost halfway through. First is the LTX 2.3 base model itself. You can choose either the dev version for maximum quality or the distilled version for maximum speed. LTX 2.3 is available in BF16, FP8, and quantized GGUF formats, making it flexible across a wide range of hardware setups. Next, you'll need the LTX 2.3 VAE and the LTX 2.3 Audio VAE, which handle the video latence and synchronized audio generation. If you're running the dev model, you should also download the LTX 2.3 20B Distilled LoRa. This allows the dev model to run at CFG1 and 8 steps, giving you much faster performance without sacrificing quality. On the text side, this workflow uses two text encoders, the Gemma 312B text encoder and the LTX 2.3 text encoder, both loaded independently for better flexibility. To increase output resolution, you'll need the LTX 2.3 Spatial Upscaler model, which enables multi-stage resolution scaling. And finally, we will also need Melband Rowformer model to extract vocals from the custom audio. All download links for these models are already included directly inside the workflow, and I've also added them to the video description below so you don't have to hunt them down. And while you're down there, if you find this workflow useful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the content. Now let's jump into how everything is wired together inside ComfyUI. We start with the model section. This is where everything the workflow depends on is loaded. The LTX 2.3 base model, all required LoRa's, the video and audio VAEs, and both text encoders. Next comes the prompt section. This is where you define your prompt, and with LTX 2.3, prompt detail really matters. The more clearly you describe the scene, motion, environment, and camera behavior, the more consistent and accurate the results will be. After that, we have the control section, which is where most of the power lives. Here you define your video width and height, the length of the video in seconds, and the target FPS. This is also where you configure the CFG and steps for the first sampling pass, CFG 4 and 20 steps for the dev model, or CFG 1 and 8 steps for the distilled model. You'll also find several important toggles here. You can enable image to video, enable custom audio for things like talking avatars or lip sync workflows, and configure other generation options. If you're using the dev model, there's also a dev model toggle. When enabled, the second upscaling stage runs using the distilled LoRa, which makes the upscaling stage significantly faster. If you're already using the distilled model, this toggle stays disabled because the LoRa isn't needed. You can also optionally enable the distilled LoRa for the first sampling stage, which is useful if you want fast prototyping at CFG 1 and 8 steps while using dev model. You can also enable or disable the second sampling pass for upscaling here. One important thing to understand is that enabling this option does not mean the output will be scaled to 2x the final resolution. Instead, the workflow first generates the video at half the target resolution, and then the second pass upsamples it to the final resolution. This approach significantly reduces sampling time, often by about half, because the initial generation runs at a lower resolution. However, this speed improvement comes with a small trade-off in quality. So if your priority is maximum visual quality, it's best to disable this option and generate the video directly at the full resolution in a single pass. Next, we have the Generate Latent section. This is where you upload your starting image, if image to video is enabled. This block generates both the video latents and the audio latents, ensuring everything stays perfectly synchronized during generation. After that comes the custom audio section. Here you can load an external audio file to use as the audio source for the generated video if the custom audio option is enabled in the control section. You can also trim the audio file by enabling the Trim Audio Duration node and specifying the start and end times. When custom audio is used, the video length setting in the control section is ignored, and the number of frames is calculated automatically from the length of the input audio. Just make sure the audio is no longer than 20 seconds, which is the maximum length supported by the LTX 2.3 model. Finally, we reach the sampler section, where the actual generation happens. This workflow uses a two-stage sampling pipeline. The first stage generates the video at half resolution, focusing on structure, motion, and overall coherence. Then the second stage performs a 2x latent upscaling pass, producing the final output at the target resolution, clean, sharp, and ready for export. Alright, let's actually test this model. Let's quickly go over these options once more. If you want to generate text to video, simply disable both the I2V and custom audio toggles. In this configuration, the video will be generated entirely from the text prompt. For image to video, enable the I2V toggle and select your starting image. The model will then animate the scene based on that image. If you want to create a talking avatar or generate a video using your own supplied audio, enable the custom audio toggle. You can optionally enable or disable I2V depending on your needs. If I2V is enabled, the avatar will be generated based on the image you provide. If it's disabled, the character in the scene will be defined purely by the text prompt. I ran a few tests using this workflow, and here are the results.
It's all real! The movies were right! The Walking Dead are here!
And that's a quick look at LTX 2.3 running inside ComfyUI. We tested text to video, image to video, and even a talking avatar with custom audio, all using the same workflow. LTX 2.3 brings some solid improvements: better prompt understanding, cleaner motion, improved image to video consistency, and much better audio quality. If you'd like to try this yourself, the workflow and all required model links are available in the description below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Vantage with AI for more AI workflows, tools, and experiments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.